What if happiness wasn't a giant treasure you had to find, but a tiny, shiny secret?
This is Mama Cat Snow and Papa Cat Snow's family. First, there's Kitten Cat Yellow, always ready for fun. And you can't forget their best pals, Puppy Snow One and Puppy Honey One, bringing the happy wiggles.
Their plan for this perfect spring day was simple. Catch some fun toy fish.
And enjoy their time together. But it turned into a quest to answer one HUG question.
At the end of the pier, colorful bobbers were ready to dance on the glittering ripples.
And then, she turned that simple moment into a riddle for everyone. What is happiness in daily life?
The excitement of a bobber bouncing. It's the tiny surprises that make your heart hop.
Happiness, he said, is doing small things carefully, like tying safe knots, so everyone feels relaxed and brave.
Suddenly, a bump on the line sent water sparkling. A jiggle, a wiggle, and a splash. Laughter burst from the group. The kittens quickly invented a new mini-game. Count the ripples!
Kitten Cat Snow started a different game. Mirror the bobber.
Snow applauded, not just for the catch, but for the small courage everyone showed. No one got too close. It didn't take long. Kitten Cat Snow found the first clue in their happiness quest.
And the stone danced across the surface. 1, 2, 3, 4 happy hops.
But the quietest discovery was made by Kitten Cat White, a shy dragonfly.
Without a word, the friends made a quiet plan. Everyone knew just what to do. Puppy Snow One and Puppy Honey One became the official wobble watchers, making sure everything was perfectly still. Kitten Cat Snow held the basket, just in case. And Kitten Cat Yellow, the brave explorer, up, with Kitten Cat Yellow, giggling as the stool wobbled just a tiny bit. Kitten Cat White watched the wind. Just as the breeze paused, Kitten Cat Yellow reached out, its little paws working carefully at the knot.
One last little tug, and it was free. The knot came undone.
The kite swooped into the air, dancing on the wind. Everyone cheered for their amazing teamwork.
But the kite didn't fly away. It seemed to be leading them somewhere, its ribbon pointing the way to a new discovery. And that's when they saw it. Peeking from behind a bush was a small, hungry domestic shorthair kitten, all alone.
Happiness is bigger when we include someone new.
Slowly, the little kitten crept forward and took a tiny... And then, a sound the whole group understood. A soft, rumbling purr.
You're welcome here.
Soon, the whole group was sharing their picnic under the shady tree, the circle a little bigger and a...
I think I see something. Look down there.
Wow, you found it!
One by one, they reached out, their little fishing lines hooked onto the ring, guiding it gently, slowly towards the shore.
Heave ho!
Kitten paws, puppy paws, and even the paws of a new friend, all working together with the same gentle goal.
With one final coordinated pull, they did it. The big catch was safely on the pier, sparkling in the sun.
So they found a perfect spot on the soft grass. Out came the checkered, and their big catch became a beautiful picnic wreath, framing the spot where they would share their snacks.
As the sun leaned golden and the shadows grew long, a peaceful quiet settled over the happy group.
As the sun sets on this chapter, we must ask ourselves, what truly matters now?
Sounds like our shared laughter.
For me, happiness feels like safe hands when the stool woggles. It feels like being supported. Happiness tastes like apple slices that have been split in perfect halves, so everyone gets a piece.
Finally, Papa Cat Snow looked around at everyone, bathed in the evening glow.
The secret of happiness is tiny wonders all around us. It's the feeling of kind teamwork when we solve a problem together. It's the gentle courage we find to try something new or to take one. And most of all, it's sharing what we have, especially with someone who needs it.
The bobbers rested, the kite drifted, and the evening glowed with a new kind of warmth.
It was time to go home. They packed the... With one last look at the sparkling water, everyone waved goodbye to the perfect day.
Their hearts were as light as the last ripple, fading gently into the quiet evening water.
The path home was quiet and magical. Each little blinking light seemed to be... And then they saw it, the coziest sight of home.
Eager to go inside, but for the little stray kitten, a doorway was a new kind of challenge. It was a new kind of brave.
And with that, he took the step. Not onto a cold floor, but onto a soft rug that felt like a happiness they were learning wasn't just a big adventure. It was also a warm saucer of milk, shared.
The day's excitement, the fishing, the exploring, the teamwork had filled.
The kittens knew just where to go. A big, soft bed, perfect for a pile of sleepy brothers and... But in this family,
He curled up in the middle, surrounded by warmth and the soft sound of purring.
From the doorway, Mama and Papa Cat watched the gentle rise and fall of their sleeping family.
They didn't need to speak. They both understood that this feeling, this quiet,
And not too far away, the day's wobble watchers were dreaming too, perhaps of
Outside, a bright, friendly moon climbed to the...
The treasures from the day were put away safely. A heart-shaped leaf resting in a little dish. A smooth... And so, the great quest for happiness ended not with a grand discovery.
Happiness isn't a treasure you find at the end of a map. It's the kindness you share on the journey there.
So, what about you? What small, happy secret did you notice in your life today?
The story of that one perfect day was over. But the story of happiness?
For Kitten Cat Ash, this wasn't just any morning. It was the first morning he woke up feeling completely and happiness they remembered from the day before tastes even better when it's shared.
Yesterday was gone, replaced by the happy, playful energy of a kitten who knew he belonged.
Snow's happiness was still the same too, including someone new and teaching them how to share in the caring.
The fishing rods were put away, and the picnic basket was empty. But outside, a whole new, and they knew that whatever the day would bring, big challenges or tiny wonders, they would face it all together because they had found the secret. Happiness wasn't a place to go, but a way of living every single day.
Help me bake a happy day cake! Needed flour. Kitten Cat Yellow, always ready for action, found it in a happy little cloud.
Kitten Cat White spotted the sugar.
Puppies wanted to help too. Puppy Snow 1 was put in charge of a very important job, finding the perfect mix. Mama Cat gave their newest family member the most important job of all, keeper of the recipe.
With all the ingredients in the bowl, it was time to mix. Everyone added a little bit of their own happy energy to the stirring.
Oops, a little bit of batter went flying. But happy messes are just another ingredient in a happy day cake. Papa Cat handled the knots, and Mama Cat handled the oven. Happiness, she knew. Soon, a wonderful clue appeared. A warm, sweet smell that filled...
They tidied up. After all, part of the happiness of making something is taking care of the space where you made it.
And then, the sound they had all been waiting for. The little bell that meant their patience had paid off.
Mama Cat opened the door to reveal the masterpiece. It was perfect!
But even a perfect cake needs a moment to cool down. A little patience now would make the first bite even sweeter.
Finishing touch. Kitten Cat Snow was in charge of preparing the cake's beautiful, sweet jewels.
Kitten Cat Ash, the recipe keeper, saw the final step in the plan. He knew just how to arrange the berries to make the cake extra happy. The puppies found their own special way to help. They became the official strawberry delivery team.
They stood back and admired their work. It wasn't just a cake. It was a picture of their teamwork and their happy morning together.
And saw a little piece of their own work in the finished cake. And that made it the best cake in the whole world. The first slice is always the most special. And Mama Persian Cat knew exactly who deserved it the most. For a moment, Kitten Cat Ash just looked at the slice. It was more than just a cake. It was a promise.
Mama Cat's heart felt as full and warm as the cake from the oven.
And with the first act of sharing complete, it was finally time for the feast. Everyone dug into the soft, sweet cake.
Like sunshine and sweet berries. It tasted like teamwork. It tasted like the best day ever.
For the puppies, a little bit of happy mess was part of the fun. They wore their dessert like a badge of honor.
Discovered that happiness could be quiet too. It could be found in savoring one perfect sweet moment.
With the last crumb gone.
Finding the real ingredients means knowing where to look and what truly matters. And a heart big enough to share it all. That was the real secret to a Happy Day cake.
Was back in action. The puppies discovered that washing up could be a whole new kind of game. And Cat Snow made sure every plate was perfectly dry and shiny, while Kitten Cat Yellow made sure the drying towel had a good time.
Kitten Cat Ash found his own way to help. It wasn't a big job, but it was his job. Together, they had made the kitchen sparkle. It was a happy place, filled with the glow of a job well done.
With the day's work and play complete, it was time to settle in for the evening.
And what better way to end a happy day than with a story? Every ear was listening. Every eye was watching. The fire danced. The story was about a little bear who learned that the more stars he gave away to his friends, the day's adventures and the warm fire were a powerful.
The entire audience was on a journey to dreamland, their hearts full of cake, kindness, and happy stories.
And they all lived happily ever after. The book was closed. The day was done. But the feelings of love and happiness would remain. This was it. The answer to the riddle. It was all of it. Remember, happiness isn't a giant treasure. It's a million tiny,